513. Take it away, bassoonist.
Am I on screen? All right. Hello, Midwest Speedfest. I hope we're all doing well. I'm bassoonist, as you can see by the screen right there. And this is We Music, released in 2008 to overall bad acclaim, mainly because people wanted Guitar Hero. They kind of got Guitar Hero for 5-year-olds. But in the back of the main menu here is the minigame section. And right here, Pitch Perfect is the one we're going to be looking at today. I'm going to choose my me here. And good old Sebastian Toot right here is going to start us off and ask us to tell the name of this note. Which one do y'all think it is? Do, mi, or sol? In C. This is the note that they said. You guessed sol. You're right. It's a good warm-up because in front of you now are 8 levels of 10 different questions, and they're all having to do in ear training. So that's like remembering rhythms, recognizing pitches, and a little bit in between. So I hope you're ready for a crash course in music theory, because you're about to get it right now. We're about to start the time. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. I hope you like this jingle. You're going to hear it 79 more times. So right here, simple pitch recognition. The speaker plays the note. We got to place the correct me on the speaker. And similarly for that. So this run is a good combination of luck and skill, because obviously you have to, because you have to select the right answers, but where they are is different every time on the screen. As y'all see, I normally go from left to right in my answer options, so if I don't need to hear all of the answer options, then I save fractions of a second. A really low tuba. So this is the first sort of different question of each level. It's called the mood question. So you saw the prompts. It was a positive sort of prompt. I got what I want for dinner. You got to pick the excerpt that fits the mood. That was a positive mood. So the marimba player, they introduce us to the incorrect note question very well with the staccato sound. And similar pitch recognition, but with multiple notes this time. And even more. And then the last question of each round is the checkerboard questions, the rhythms I was talking about. So the speaker plays the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star there, and we have to put the me's in the correct position to play them in the correct rhythm. And so it's basically this, thank you. So it's basically this for 7 more levels. And it's pretty much the same sort of where questions are at any specific time. Dang hitboxes. It's the same sort of structure to the run for each level, but the difficulty increases. How? There, as in the previous question, there could be more answer options for you to choose from. Like there was 4 instead of 3 in question 2 in the level 1, for instance. Let's hope. Yeah. Or the space between notes can be shorter. Gotta love vocalization of orchestral chimes. The ukulele player. Fun fact, that's the me of my dad. He doesn't play the ukulele. He plays the bass, though. Yes. He probably could if he tried. So, since this is pretty much the same thing for 8 levels, I can talk about some other stuff. For instance, how did I get into running this game? Because who in their right mind would think of speedrunning Wii Music? In 2019, I was watching a charity gaming event called the Runaway Guys Coliseum. And there was a gentleman by the name of Insane in the Rain Music who was featured as one of the people on that event. And he did a segment on Wii Music, just playing the main mode like a less serious Guitar Hero, and also doing a Wii Music speedrun of Pitch Perfect. And I thought, well, I could do this. I have perfect pitch. I loved Wii Music as a kid, but I couldn't at the moment because I didn't have my childhood copy. I gave it to a family friend a few years before that. So fast forward to like May 2021. I went to a few friendly local game stores. They didn't have it, so I bought it on eBay for $5. Which was probably paying more than it probably should have. So I spent about 4 weeks playing pretty consistently, and I got my first world record time, 18 minutes and 41 seconds, because 44 seconds was the previous one that I beat. And then, the next 3 months after that, me and another great speedrunner named 8VA Luigi. He speedruns a lot of other games too. Y'all should check him out on Twitch. We, over the next few months, traded off world record times. We may have had maybe 5 different world record times each, and as small of time difference as like 1 second, and as big as maybe like 11 or 12 seconds. So that's an example of when you don't do the checkerboard question in one go, it has to cycle back around. That's what happens when I do speedrun commentary. This is my first ever live stream. Thank you. So we did the trading off of world record times, and I had to go back to college, but he continued playing, and he lowered the time to the world record time to what it is now, 17 minutes and 52 seconds, which there is not a lot of space left if you're actually trying to guess correctly and not just blindly guess. Eventually, I lowered my PB to what it is now, 18 minutes and 7 seconds. So there's a little quick strategy right there. I know the intervals between the notes, like how much space there are between the notes. So I figured the me on the right there was going to be in between the notes, so I could just pick the highest one. I've just played this a lot. So let's venture off into talking about hitboxes for a second. The hitboxes for the Mii's open like maybe a few frames before this timer right here starts and before the background music starts. And so I, on this next question, might have to do a frame perfect trick. Dang it, I don't. But I'll show you. This Mii right here could have been at the beginning. It does not belong at the beginning. If the line thing triggers at the beginning with that Mii still on it, it marks it as a wrong note, and it would have to go back around again, as y'all saw in level 3. So I would have had to quickly just yank it over there. That's probably the most difficult in terms of execution, as you would get on this run. That's not like ear training stuff. So let's see. Yep. There are a few other categories that Wii Music does for speed running. First off, I only want to highlight a few. There's all mini games, which includes Pitch Perfect, but also includes Mii Maestro, which is basically a waggling simulator. You just shake the Wii Remote very fast to conduct. And Handbell Harmony, which you sit through handbell versions of 5 different songs. It's an auto-scroller. This is by far the most entertaining minigame, although I do have the world record in all minigames. Next is September All Genres. You know the song September by Earth, Wind, and Fire? It's in the game, and you sit through various genres and instrumentations of September by Earth, Wind, and Fire while doing fast menuing between them. And the last one I want to highlight is 100%, which takes multiple hours, and you do all the things of like making music videos and doing all of the lessons, drum set lessons included, that uses the balance board actually. But that also requires deleting your save profile every time, because that has a special introduction when you first boot up the game. And I do not want to do that because I feel like I have more to give for this run. Maybe eventually I'll do it. Let's see. There is a particular strategy that me and Nate Luigi have done when we were really... Yes, the Zelda Treasure Chest theme is on here. Congratulations. Me and AVA, back when we were lowering our times very low, did a thing that I like to call guessing strategies. So outside of speedrun context, we would basically blindly guess the first few questions in each run, just like not even know what the note is for each me. Thanks, game. Give me a good order there. Thank you. And if we got past the first few questions with the blindly guessing, and if we played normally, and got a good time after that, y'all probably guessed, this timer up here also doubles as a score. So we got 157 points here. In this main menu that you'll briefly see, there's a high score for each level. If you match or beat that high score, you get a 4-second unskippable animation saying that you got a new record. So we did the guessing strategies in order to get a high score that is feasible, unfeasibly able to be beaten, so we wouldn't be able to get it in 99% of cases. Gotta love the quiet. Why is there so much silence? I don't get it. That's just the nature of... That's just the nature of the marimba there. Very short staccato sound. So as we're coming up on the last few questions, I guess, because after this there's one more level. The questions are getting very difficult for, even a standard musician. Because as you can see, there's now 4-part harmony as opposed to 2-part and 3-part in previous rounds. There's lots more options to choose the answers, and there is very little space between note options for like highest pitch, lowest pitch. Technically, there isn't any notes in between them in our Western music theory. They're called chromatic notes. Good old distorted electric guitar. Thank you for that. And now, last level. So, if any of you fine people watching at home are wearing headphones, you may be able to tell that this audio is in stereo, which can help for particularly incorrect note questions like this, where the sound quality of some of the instruments is very similar to each other. For instance, the ukulele and the harpsichord. So if you haven't really looked very deep into them, then that would help. Side note, this timpani right here is the lowest instrument in the game, but it thinks it's in the same sort of pitch range as the other three. So I had to choose the other 3 pitches and hear them and see if there was any gaps between. So I knew where to put the timpani. 3 questions left. These last two checkerboard questions are the hardest because they require 4 me's moved. Let's see how I do. I did it in 1 cycle. Yay. Haven't done that in a while. Let's see if I can do this one. This seems fairly doable. Oh, not with that one. Just cycle it back a little bit more. All right, get ready to stop after I press the A button to exit this screen. And stop. All right, I will take that. Is sub 19, that is below Insane in the Rain's former world record time. I approve of that. Thank you very much for having me. Let's see what I got to say. I will be, in addition to doing this, tomorrow, if you're here at VGMCon, at 5 p.m. on the key stage, I will be performing my namesake instrument along with a woodwind quartet called the Wispy Woodwinds. It will be our debut performance. And thank you. And we'll have, I'm sure we'll have a video of it on YouTube eventually. Look it up, Wispy Woodwinds on YouTube. We don't have any content on there now, but that will be there when that happens. Also, you can check me out on the thebassoonist7513 on YouTube. That's where I post my videos of personal bests for speedruns. Also do my own bassoon arrangements and random funny ideas. For instance, I did a arrangement of the Empire Today jingle for April Fools this year. Why not? And that's about it. Shout outs to all the people who've influenced me into running this game and showing all of the strategies. You all know who you're all. You all know who you are. Very cool. Thank you once again for having me. Stay tuned for the rest of Speedfest. Donate to the P Fund Foundation. And hopefully you'll stick around to catch the finale arranging speedrun, which I'm very excited for. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care.